YouTube, I am so incredibly fired up today. I have been planning to do a review of this Physicians Formula Butter Collection. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. First, they came out with the little palette that was $11 or $12 at Walmart, and then this immediately followed for $29.95. There have been a ton of first impressions on both of those collections. I, however, wanted to set this aside and play with it and do a full review, and now that I've done that, I'm actually angry. So if you don't like negative reviews, let me upfront disclose that this will not be a positive review, although that said, I don't hate all of the contents in this, I just hate what's going on with this. We're gonna spend some time in this video talking about how to market to us in the beauty community and the tricks that actually work on us, including those of us who feel like they're usually pretty good at seeing through those types of things. And I'm going to utterly destroy this supposed $70 retail value that is on this box. I'm going to go ahead and start with the review of the 5 products that are in this set. We're also going to compare them to the products that other people continuously compare these products to. So, of course, we'll start with the Butter Bronzer. This is the Butter Bronzer from the set. It is the shade Bronzer. I had purchased the light bronzer this past summer, and I really loved it. I think that this is a great product. It is a very pretty product on the skin. It wears beautifully. So I'm not entirely sure how much this will show up on camera, but it is swatched right there. It is a nice, pretty color that would work on, I think, a lot of skin tones. Not dark, obviously, but pretty much medium to fair, I would say. There's a swatch of NARS Laguna to compare it to. I find those to be very similar. I had heard that this was a dupe for Benefit's Hoola, and I have no idea why people ever said that because they're not at all similar. There's an unplanned swatch of Benefit's Hoola just to show you. It's not even close, but it's similar to Laguna. Really pretty, has an amazing smell to it, and I think that's kind of what set off the entire collection, really. I think that people are very tied into the sense of smell, and if something smells good, it's probably going to be loved. I kind of feel like bronzer is one of those products that's not actually that unique or special. Please don't take that the wrong way. But you know, you could probably find similar eyeshadows in your collection to this color. It's just, I think the smell is what cemented this as a holy grail product, a legendary product. This set also comes with a butter blush in the shade Natural Glow, and it is terrible, and most people have commented on this as well. Even in first impressions where people tend to be more positive, this just doesn't show up. So there's a swatch of it, and I'm not sure in what world you would call this a blush. If anything, it looks like a very light highlighter. Today I did apply it to my cheeks, and I used my Real Techniques Instapop cheek brush. This brush is incredible for depositing as much pigmentation as is humanly possible, and even that couldn't bring out the color. So to me, that product is a big miss in this collection. And then we have a highlighter in the shade Pearl. This is pretty. It does show up nicely on my skin tone. My concern with this particular highlighter is that it almost has a little bit of a gray cast to it, and I just think it would be really unflattering on deeper skin tones. And this kind of puts me in a weird spot because while I feel like the bronzer could work on a wider variety of skin tones, this doesn't really work on any, and this really only works on very fair, possibly light skin tones. So I kind of feel like there's a lot of people already excluded from really enjoying this set. But now let's be honest about the reason why people have been buying this set, the reason why people bought the palette. It's these guys. This is the limited edition Butter Paradise Eau de Toilette, and then this is the Body Butter. Now both of these are not available outside of the set. You can only get the body butter in this particular set. You can get the perfume in the little palette if you were able to get it. That sold out so fast. Now, if you guys have not already heard, the body butter is being compared to the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. And then the Butter Paradise Eau de Toilette is being compared to the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Crush. That's great in theory. How nice of a concept to think that a drugstore company has come out with an alternative to this cream, which retails for $45. $60, it's a little pricey. Now, I spent some time roping my fiance into helping me with this smell test. We really wanted to figure out, well, I really wanted to figure out which of these smells better. Do they smell the same? And there are a lot of similarities in our opinions. However, we do like this one more. And as I said earlier, I really do think that a lot of the magic in this entire set, in the entire butter collection, is this scent right here, which they finally had the idea to bottle up and sell to us. Sell us just the scent. We love it. And it is this really lovely, very summer, coconut, beach waves, a little bit of fruit mixed into its scent that it smells wonderful. And we both agreed that the Sol de Janeiro version has a much heavier alcohol smell when you initially spray it. Now that's not surprising because this says right on it body fragrance mist, and this says on it eau de toilette. And eau de toilette is the next step up in terms of concentration of the scent, so of course this is going to smell better, it is going to last longer. Take that with a grain of salt, because any of those very light, beachy type of scents, even if you put them in a very concentrated eau de parfum, they don't last that long. It's just the nature of the molecules that create that scent. They are just not long lasting. And comparing the new body butter to the Boom Boom cream, we both unanimously decided that the Boom Boom cream absolutely wins. This one is almost trying too hard. In our personal opinions, you may have a different opinion, but we thought that this is the original and it does it best. With the Boom Boom cream, you get this really intense summer scent with a lot of almond to it, but it works really well in this formula. It's just very strong. It lasts on your skin for a very long time, whereas this even starts out lighter. It doesn't quite have the staying power of the Boom Boom cream. I mean, I think the reason why this has become such a classic is because it's a great product. And when it comes to this, I think that this just kind of rode on the success of it. I've talked a lot about how that happens in the makeup world, and I mean, I really think that these are riding off the success of the butter bronzer. But that said, I really like this, and I do wish that they would release it as a full size, because this little guy is 0.5 ounces, which is so tiny. And this moves me into my critique about this entire collection. Are you ready for it? So the deal is, this collection is $29.95 with a retail value of $70, bearing in mind one more time, just to make this very clear, that these products are not available on their own for purchase. You have got to buy this set if you want to try those products. Let's try to reach this $70 value. So we've got the Butter Bronzer, which retails for $14.99, although as you all know, all of these are drugstore products, and when I bought my light bronzer, I believe I paid around $7 for it. But we're going to give you the $14.99. We've also got the blush, which retails for $12.99, and I would never buy it on its own, and if I did buy it on its own, I would unquestionably return it. Then we have the butter highlighter, which retails for $10.99, and it's okay. The total of those three products comes to $38.97 without any type of discount, without any type of buy one, get one 50% off. Then we have these guys. One more time, these are not available for individual sale, which means we don't really know how much these cost. But if you truly want to reach a $70 retail value and you've got $38.97 in those three full-size products, that means that the combined price for those two little half-ounce products is $31.06. I have no idea why that brought out the DMV sloths in me, but it did. Let's try to figure out where on earth $31.06 is coming from and what that must mean that Physicians Formula thinks these retail for. Sol de Janeiro's Boom Boom Cream retails for $45 for 8.1 ounces if you buy it at its exorbitant retail price tag. If this body butter was priced at the exact same price, $45 for 8.1 ounces, then that would mean that this has a value of $2.77. If we give Physicians Formula the benefit of the doubt and we assume that they do not release an 8.1 ounce product and instead release a product that is 2.5 ounces like the mini of the Boom Boom Cream, then that would be $25 for that, which means this would have a value of $4. In fairness, there is a small price difference in the cost of a mist versus the cost of an eau de toilette, but they should actually be pretty similar if one is high-end and one is drugstore. So let's just run the price comparison if that was a mist or priced similarly. This retails for $19 for this small size that I have here. Comparatively, this would be priced at $3.13 in the small size, or if you want to do a big size comparison, $1.97. So you do see why I'm frustrated, right? At the full size, that would be worth $4.74, or if we're comparing it to mini sizes of the high-end Sol de Janeiro product, $7.13. How are you telling me this is $31, Physicians Formula? Alright, so here's why I'm mad, and here's why I think that we got played in getting convinced to buy these. So first off, Physicians Formula teased us a long time ago with the idea of this. Everybody was in support of it, and they still have not actually released it as a single. Instead, they want to get us to buy all of these sets in order to get this tiny little size. And I think the beauty community would have caught on to this if this $30 set came out first. The thing is, Physicians Formula released that little palette, which I'll put a picture up of, for $11.88, and you just can't deny that that was an amazing price tag. So ultimately what happened is that everybody who missed out on the little palette, the $11.88 palette, we all saw this box set release. Nobody knew that this was coming. It just suddenly appeared, and we're all like, oh my gosh, I want it. It's $30 with a $70 value. Let's get it. And I think it's almost ironic because I feel like so many people probably owned at the very least one of these butter bronzers and didn't necessarily need to buy the set. I saw a lot of first impressions of people saying, oh, I already have this, but here's a second one. When at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, the only two products that are worth it in this set are these. Which means that for me, the combined value of this set is literally less than $20. So what I'm getting at in this video, and I'm speaking definitely from my perspective, you may have bought this set and you may love it and that's great, but for me personally, I feel like I kind of got bamboozled because when I saw how quickly that set sold out, I had seen it sneaked, I had wanted it, and it was gone, and I just didn't hesitate for a second to buy this set. I didn't think at all to break down that $70, to question it. And that right there is what I hope you take home from this video. You know, if a company is putting in products that don't exist anywhere else to really be able to substantiate whether that is true or not, question it. Question it. Look at the sizes of the products that you're getting and ask yourself, is it really worth it, or did I get tricked into paying, I was about to say $15 more, but I really don't even think I would have spent $15 on the butter bronzer. I would have bought it on a good sale. I would have. That's the way I shop. So I really spent at least $20 more on this set because of hype over an unreleased sample. Alright guys, at this point I hope you found this video educational because I kind of doubt it was a lot of fun, but I hope you did learn something today. As always, thank you for watching. Please make sure that you give this video a like and hit subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, YouTube.